as cold as it's dawn again. The night was long, but the light shouldn't mend. Still your fear.
So that's the band Benjalu. It's spelled Benjalu. And I caught up with Gumby from Benjalu. He was backstage at the Fortune Sound Club because he was supporting Kim Churchill. He came along just as a solo act. But that track you just heard is what you could experience if you saw them fully as a band in Australia. So Benjalu and Gumby, let's hear what he had to say backstage at Fortune Sound Club. So, and we're down here at Fortune Sound Club, Vancouver, BC, Canada, with Gumby from a group called Benjalu, who we haven't played yet on the show here. I didn't know Benjalu existed until a couple of hours ago. There's a very interesting story around how Gumby actually ended up here at the club tonight. Gumby, do you want to let us know?
Myself and the band that I'm in called Benjalu were doing a joint tour with Kim Churchill in Australia for the last 3 months, and we're sitting down at a coffee in Melbourne, and Kim all of a sudden got a phone call to say that his support had pulled out for Canada, and it was just that Benjalu was about to have a 3 to 4 week break after this tour, and Kim just looked at me and said, well, I know you got 4 weeks off and I know you're going to have a bit of a vacation, but do you want to pack your bags and come to Canada? So that's what I did. So I'm spreading the love of the Benjalu over here for a little while.
And have you ever been, have you been in Canada for a start, or have you had much overseas experience?
Not Canada, not the big ones. Benjalu do a lot of the little islands. We do like New Caledonia and Bali and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Australia's kind of been the main one we've been focusing on, but Canada was definitely next year's kind of priority. So to do this was kind of like a dream come true, because it was just a foot in the door, and hopefully people will start supporting us a little bit earlier.
Absolutely, because we were talking before, we've got 6 shows a week across the country, and you don't even, this is so new, you don't even really know exactly where you're going to end up.
I've got no idea. Tomorrow is in Kamloops, and I've got no idea where that is and how long. And but that's the cool part about it, Benjalu's always been a bit of an adventurous band, and it's kind of really exciting for myself to don't know where I'm going. I'm just kind of get in the van with Kim and his tour manager and rock up, and away we go. We play.
Because generally a Benjalu is a 5-piece, 5 or 6 piece, 5 piece.
Yeah.
And how would you describe the band to people who hadn't heard before?
Benjalu is like a multi-instrumental band that kind of, I guess, grabs influence from anything from like the Doors and Fleetwood Mac all the way up to the new bands of like Mute Math and Ben Harper, Coldplay. Kind of like a rootsy band, but pretty alternate on the roots side of things.
Yeah. With a pretty remarkable instrument swapping, I hear. Like you're all kind of proficient in.
Yeah, I think everyone just dabbles in a little bit, and I guess it keeps it exciting for all of us. Someone that's the drummer might write a song on the guitar and be singing that song, so he's going to be the lead singer for that song, and maybe I'll be on the drums. It's a band that isn't really worried about who's who and the lead singer and that. We're all equal in Benjalu, and it's just about having fun and having a ball. So it's
very, I got to say, just sounds quintessentially Australian in a sense, that egalitarianism, all sharing and getting along and having a good time. It would be really cool to see the band here fully, and it's quite probable once you blaze a trail yourself.
Yeah, well, Canada was definitely on the list for Benjalu for next year, 2013. So to get this opportunity with Kim, it was just kind of like a dream come true, and come here and talk to you guys, and it's great. It's just a couple of people might hear about Benjalu and look us up before we even get next year. So. In terms of knowing Kim, would you say you're part of a
roots scene in Australia, or how did your association occur? Like,
Kim and I have definitely been friends for a lot of years now. It's great in Australia. I mean, Benjalu isn't really just part of the roots scene, but we're definitely part of it. But it's great because there's kind of like probably 10 to 12 bands that tour really, really hard through Australia all year, every year for the last few years, and we've just got to know each other, and our families know each other, so it's kind of like, we may not be in Newcastle, but Kim might be there, so he'll go crash at my house with my parents. It's just become a real big family of about 10 bands. And it's cool, like this opportunity probably wouldn't have come if I didn't know Kim. So it's just really great, and I'm very thankful for Kim bringing me here. It's really cool.
Could you list some of those bands? These 10.
There's Benjalu, Kim Churchill, Bonja, Dallas Frasca and Her Gentleman, Marshall and the Fro, Carter Rowlands, Jason Lowe. I could go on forever here. The Single Fins. French butler called Smith. And the other one that's really, really, really cool is a band called the Birch Creek Family Jug Band.
Great.
Really, really cool.
Oh, thanks, Gumby. That's you've just given me a whole show, if not many shows, for bands to explore here on the show. Thanks so much.
Thanks
wow.
so much for having me.
I bet you wouldn't have thought you'd be talking to me 2 weeks ago. You probably thought you were going to be playing a gig in Wollongong or something.
That's true.
Here it is, Vancouver, BC. Thanks, Gumby.
Cheers. Thanks so much.
Yep.
No strings are broken, so I pull you in now. Can I hold you, for one last time? Let me know you're mine. Let me know you're mine. Let me know you're mine. Can I